Both I did, and then they did appoint Tulis, and he spoke to him last week, and he did provide a letter, and then he fully understands. Under Padilla, Judge, I'm obligated to tell him about his immigration warnings and possible consequences before he enters the plea, which I have, Judge.
All right. Mr. Benitez, do you understand the impact a plea in this case will have on your immigration status?
Enjoy the video, hit the like button.
State versus Ulysses Gloria Benitez. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Your Honor.
Defense?
Carlos Martinez for the defendant, Your Honor.
And are you Mr. Benitez?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, you received all discovery. Did you review it with your client?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
A court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Probation, this is an application. Mr. Benitez, did you review the document entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication? Anything else? All right, thank you. With
Yes.
your attorney, did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, off the record for a moment. So I know this is the trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal. It'll need to be in English.
I have it. It's supposed to be there, Judge.
Okay.
I usually do both from on the subcop.
Ah, all right, thank you. All right. Mr. Benitez, did you review the document entitled True Bill of Indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
I did, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented? Mr. Benitez, did you review the document entitled Court Admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand your charge by indictment with manufacturing and delivery of controlled substance, penalty group 1, 4,200 grams? That's a first-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 5 to 99 years or life in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes.
Has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
No, ma'am.
All right, counsel, did you have a chance to speak to an immigration attorney or have your client speak to an immigration attorney?
Yes, Your Honor. We've done both. I did, and then they did appoint Tulis, and he spoke to him last week, and he did provide a letter, and then he fully understands. Under Padilla, Judge, I'm obligated to tell him about his immigration warnings and possible consequences before he enters the plea, which I have, Judge.
All right. Mr. Benitez, do you understand the impact a plea in this case will have on your immigration status?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand by entering into a plea on this case, you will be deported?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand that you will be denied naturalization?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand that you will be denied re-entry into the states?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 10 years in the prison. There's a $2,000 fine. State is silent on your application for deferred adjudication. State recommends community supervision. They're taking in consideration 2024 PF 24733. And there's to be restitution to SAPD for drug testing. Did you understand that to be the plea? Defense is at the plea?
Yes, it is.
State is at the plea?
It is, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 10 years. There'll be a TAP evaluation and 250 hours of community service restitution. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State, any evidence?
Defense has no objections, Your Honor.
All right, state you may be excused. Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there will be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments. The court has reviewed the same. The court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Do you wish to proceed with sentencing?
I would prefer, Your Honor.
All right. Is there anything you wish to say but in regards to the application for deferred?
Your Honor, I have spoken to the mom and the brother. He comes from a good family. He's just, and after talking to my client, Judge, he's worked all his life. So he says, you know, it was lapse in judgment, some easy money, but it'll never happen again. I've learned my lesson. He says all the right things, and his mom is devastated over this because he's got several brothers, Judge, that are hard workers also and have never gotten it.
All right, this is what the court is going to do. The court will deny your application for deferred adjudication. The court will find you guilty, sentence you to 10 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 10 years. Take in consideration 2024 PF 24733. There's to be restitution to SAPD for drug testing. There's to be no re-entry into the United States. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs. There's a $2,000 fine that will be probated. Do you understand you're not allowed to come back to the United States?
Yes, ma'am.
If you come back to the United States, that will be a violation of your probation, and you're facing 10 years in the prison if you do that. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Probation, he's not allowed re-entry back in the United States. Are any other conditions needed? All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.